Thank you all for joining today. My name is Jesper. I'm one of the co-founders here at Realprop. I would like to introduce you to a special guest today, my co-founder, Robert Shemin. And Robert, you don't need many introductions. So you've been in real estate for a very long time, probably more than my adulthood. And you know, basically everything, the ins and out, you're coaching people globally, particularly in Israel and throughout the States and Latin America on how to get into US real estate market. So Robert, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself so the world gets to know you as Realprop here, and also how did you make your first 1 million in real estate? Love to hear that.
Well, great question, Jesper. And I want to introduce you in just a few minutes because you're an amazing asset to the Realprop team. We wouldn't be here without you. And so I'm Robert Shemin. A lot of you see me on CNN, Fox, and MSNBC. I've written 18 best-selling books, but more importantly, I'm a full-time real estate investor since 1994. And I've retired 3 times. And I keep coming back to real estate. So how did I make my first million? First of all, even to hear that question, I'm still in shock because I was working in restaurants, Jesper, as a busboy waiter. I was trying to sell high-end insurance, never sold any, commission job. And I met my first mentor, a guy named Ray in Nashville, Tennessee, who, like me, never really had a ton of education, came from a very humble background like I did, no money, stress, working hard for the man. And he started buying properties 20 years before I met him. And when I met him, he had over 120 rentals and rehabs. He was making millions, taking 6 months vacation. And I said, I got to learn how to do this. He showed me exactly how to find below market properties, analyze them, rent them, fix them, sell them. And for the first year, like most people, I thought about it, did nothing, made no money. And after a year, decided to follow his system. Started with no money. My goal was to buy 1 property a year for 15 years to rent it. And just I bought 14 properties in 9 months the first year I got started.
Wow.
And I was working part-time. So I literally bought about over $1 million of real estate using partners' money, cash flowed it. The second year, still part-time, I got over 28 properties. Then I started buying, fixing, selling. Then I learned about wholesaling. Then I had a commercial mentor that showed me how to buy distressed commercial properties. And I've been involved in well over 1,000 real estate transactions. At one time, I was managing my own portfolio of 780 properties. And I'm still buying and selling actively, sometimes between 3 and 15 properties a month. And of course, the Realprop team is all part of that, finding great deals below market. Let me give an example of that. Myself included as an investor, I sometimes sell property below market. People find that hard to believe. And a lot of investors are wealthy people or run into problems. They don't want it public. They don't want to list their properties, foreclosure, divorce, money problems. They don't know how to manage their property, or they had management problems, or they're selling it to a better deal. So because the Realprop team and I've been doing this for so long, we get access to these deals all the time. I think you just saw a list of what? The list is 22 different properties we presented last week, and we get to pick and choose. And that's kind of how my first $1 million. Still very active in the market. We're always buying 20, 30% below, usually off market, stuff that can really cash flow. Not a lot of big pension funds and investors, they're happy with a 4, 5, 6, 7% return, which is great for them. A lot of our properties, every deal is different. Sometimes on a rental basis, will yield 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18%, sometimes even a little more because we buy them right. How's that for a quick answer, Jesper?
That's a good one. So in reality, what you're doing right now is people can get to invest with you.
Oh, that's right. And I got to give you a lot of credit for that. Jesper here has an amazing background. He's from Switzerland, or in Switzerland working. He's worked and consulted with many international companies, high tech, finance companies, banks. He's taught me a lot of things I didn't know. I'm on the real estate side. I didn't really know much what an NFT or blockchain was, and Jesper is an expert in all that with an amazing background. And Jesper, you come from the background of Switzerland and the Swiss banking tradition, where they are the best in the world, in my opinion, at wealth creation and, more importantly, wealth preservation. So what are we doing now? You came to me well over a year ago and said some guys approached me who want to marry real estate investing with the new blockchain NFT technologies. And you met me and you didn't feel so comfortable with them. And you said, Robert, I know you and your team have been doing real estate since about 1994, tons of deals, and you teach it, train it, and live it. And you explained to me and taught me what an NFT was. And I'm like, wow, this is the present future. And what it does is, for years, someone says, Robert, I want to invest with you. I want some of these deals. So I would teach them how to do it. And many of them did do it, but it's a lot of work, to learn how to do it, build the network. Jesper, go ahead.
No, true. And if you look at the blockchain space today, many people don't know what it is. You read a lot of information in the news, and this team that came to me, they wanted to raise money and technically just live in the properties themselves. And I said, I'm not getting involved in something like that. When I do something, it has to actually make an impact for other people. And I looked at it and I said, okay, I'm in Switzerland now. They're the best at wealth preservation. They're taking the richest people from all over the world, the richest families in India, China, all over Europe, Switzerland, you name it. And what they do different is they're the best at growing the assets in a safe way and delivering result year over year for their wealth management. And I thought to myself, I walked down to a bank, Julius Baer. And I said, when I moved here, I want to open an account. And they were like, okay, to open an account, you need to deposit $1.3 million. And I was like, sure, okay. What do I get out of it? And I was like, okay, this is not for regular people. They had some real estate trust that was so unique. They had some trust in different private equity stocks that the average people couldn't get into. And I said, okay, if I take the principles of what we were talking about, Robert, here, and merge that in within your assets of real estate and make it available for everyone, we can help anybody in the world. If you're in Argentina, where the currency is so bad, you're losing money every single month by holding, I believe it's called pesos, holding the pesos in your wallet, right? Next month it's worth nothing. And you need to preserve your wealth. You don't have access to that. You are in Denmark. You don't have access to that because the Danish banks are regular banks. You are in Germany. They don't have these wealth traditions, and we need to make that available for everyone. Yeah. And the blockchain done when it's backed by real assets, enabling to do those type of funds with the expertise we have. And that's why I initially reached out to you, and now we're finally here going live. Yeah. So
and I know what you said to make it fair for everybody, because to get in one of those private equity funds or banks, like you said, you need millions of dollars, maybe $500,000 minimum. To get in a real estate deal, some of the deals we do, like the 116 unit apartment building you just saw, or the hotel we just did in Puerto Rico, that's worth $3 million. We got for under $1 million. You're going to need $1 million or $500,000 deposit. You need great banking relationships. You got to find the deal. You got to analyze it. It could take months and transaction costs. And what I love is, we both share the same philosophy of it's got to make sense money-wise, a good, safe investment that can grow. It's got to be real. It's got to be safe, which is where you and the blockchain and all the things you put into the technology make it extremely safe. And then it's got to be, we want to help everybody. And we made it where for right under $1,000, people can get involved in these deals that really aren't available to anybody. And of course, if someone has more than that, they can buy more NFTs and invest more. But it makes the playing field fair. And the other thing too, if you buy real estate, it could take a month or two to buy it, finance it. And then if you fix it, it could take months to fix it and sell it. And with the NFT, as you've explained it to me, if I have an NFT which is backed by the portfolio, backed by the rents, backed by the property, and I need some cash, I can sell that NFT on the open market pretty much with a few clicks.
Exactly. You have liquidity right away. If you own a property or you're inside a private equity fund, you lock your money for a minimum of 10 years. And you have to get approved to resell them, find a buyer. It's really, really complicated. I've been there. You just can't do that. So you have to go for the long run. With the NFT, you can really just say, okay, I'm buying 100 NFT shares and I want to sell 2 of them tomorrow because I need $2,000 because they're going to go up in value over time. So maybe they're worth $3,000 2 years from now or 4,000. It depends on the market value. And that's what we're predicting. So I can
And
sell them right away.
During that. And one of the things I love too about it, Jesper, is, people all over the world. I'm flying to Africa next week. I was in Israel last week in Spanish for US Today, teaching people how to do real estate investing. And that's great. I love teaching. I love helping people. People taught me, but we're active. And we have this whole team at Realprop that's scouring, the US and other countries, doing deals all the time. We have the contractors, we have the attorneys, we have the connections. And we're also going to put a little educational benefit into that, which I really like. So we're not only going to invest for people, and we're going to show them exactly how we're doing it, what we're doing it, and kind of teach them how we do if somebody is interested in doing themselves down the road. And I think that's going to really make the playing field a lot fairer. Not only are we going to do it with you and for you with the NFT, we're going to show you exactly how we're doing it. And I don't know anybody out there doing that. So
once you buy the NFT, you get access to an extremely exclusive community where you get access to some Robert's classes for free. They're normally selling over $1,000. You also get access to my classes, which is about Web3. So you're going to learn what is an NFT, and I'm going to explain it to you in 1 second. And what is this device I'm holding in my hand?
What is that, Jesper?
So this is a ledger. This is a hardware wallet. So inside this one, there are 10 real estate Realprop NFTs right now. And I'm sitting with it right here, right? So nobody can steal it from me. If I lose this one, I have a passphrase, which is a code that I've written down on a paper, which sits in a bank safe in a secluded, decomposed military bunker in Switzerland, where I need a notary to access it. So basically, the only way I can move my assets are on this one, and I have to authenticate it by putting in a code, and it needs this device to send them. So if you own a real estate trust today that typically sells like a share in a bank, you have to go through your bank if your bank go bankrupt, like some banks are about to do. What's gonna happen? Well, you have to transfer with the brokerage. It's really, really hard. And when you sell, well, you can't just transfer it to your children, your wife for asset protection or to another company. But with this one, you just click it, send it somewhere else, and nobody can ever touch it. So that is the brilliance of Web3. It's your money. You own it. Nobody can touch it as long as you secure it. So I'm going to come down to what is an NFT. Think about NFT as owning a share in a company. So you want to buy a share in Tesla today. Rarely people buy one share. They typically buy 5 to 100 to 1,000 shares. And you have to think about our NFT as being a share in Realprop, the fund one. So you can buy as many shares as you want. We call them NFTs because that's the easiest technology to issue them. We're also SEC registered and registered for the rest of the world. And that was a part of why it took so long to get started, because we wanted to do everything correct for your protection. So we are compliant with all the investment laws to build a real investment fund here. Nice. And when you're buying, you have 3 options to invest. And we made it easy for you because we realized most of you, this is a foreign concept. And I introduced this to my mother, and she gave me the most valuable feedback I could get. I said, I'm launching a real estate investment fund, like private equity, with a good business associate and partner that I have known for a very long time, Robert Shemin in the US. And I explained her, we issued as an NFT on the blockchain, and her answer was, I don't know anything about Bitcoin. And that's where I realized we need to actually make it easy to understand. So as I said, an NFT is simply your ownership of a share hosted on the blockchain. That ownership can be transferred to anybody at any time or be sold by a click. You don't need a hardware wallet. You can also get a wallet inside your browser. We wrote guides for this, so you can find it on our website. So it's super easy. So we give you 3 options.
Use your password, right?
Now, so we give you 3 options to buy. And I will make more videos. So you will have more videos on our content channels. So basically, you can buy it with crypto. We issued it on the blockchain called Polygon. It's a layer on top of Ethereum. And the reason why we haven't chosen Ethereum is a concept called gas fees when you issue the NFT. See, on Ethereum typically costs somewhere between $60 to $70 when you are buying the share the first time, meaning you are printing the ownership on the blockchain. You are now the real first owner of the share. When you do it in Polygon, it's less than $1. So if you think about, we have a financial instrument. And if you're investing $1,000 and your cost is $70 of issuing it, see, that's 7% you already lost. So we wanted to minimize that. That's why we choose Polygon, the most gas efficient chain, and it's one of the fastest growing, one of the biggest out there. So if you have Polygon, then the native chain is called Matic, the token, but we also have USDC on Polygon, USDT, 2 stable coins, and wrapped Ethereum. So you have 4 cryptos you can buy this one with if you know about the NFT, if you know about crypto. Now, you might not know crypto. We also made it easy. You can buy with a credit card or debit card, and it will email you your wallet where you then own the NFT. So you don't need this one. It will issue it to your email and send you everything there. And then one day you can say, I'm going to buy a hardware wallet to protect my assets. And then you, for one click, you take the wallet number. You have like a string, which is like your, let's say, call your phone number, your bank account number. And you just click one button and then it gets transferred to your device. So it's super simple. You can just go in and say how many NFTs you want to buy. I believe it's 5 maximum due to the credit card limit. You can buy at a time, but you can go in 5 and then you can make another transaction for another 5 and another 5 if you want to do by credit card. And the fourth option is if you're investing $5,000 or more, you can do it by wire transfer to our fund. And then we will issue it, send it to you with Web3 wallet, again, either hardware or a mobile wallet or a computer wallet, depending on what you want. Or this is the really nice part, why it really matters in Switzerland about security. We made a lease contract in a decomposed military bunker. So Switzerland is famous. Everybody, in case of a nuclear attack, has a shelter, a bunker. Even houses have bunkers. Where I live, we have our own private nuclear bunker. I have my own private nuclear bunker at home, right? I can close the door. I mean, it's like it's so heavy I can barely move it. So we are inside a decomposed military bunker. We rented safes in there, and there's a notary that has to sign off if we access them for security reasons. So everything is locked and transparent, like on the blockchain. And we're actually going to put on the blockchain every time we access it, so everybody knows it. And of course, the location is not revealed for safety reasons, but we can offer you at the price of $249 a year to get your ledger. That'll be yours. We'll ship it to you if you want. And we will take the money, issue the NFT, put on the ledger, and put inside the bunker and hold it for you as long as you want. Once you want to move it, we need to authenticate that it's truly you by ID, of course. That does require know your customer. The best part is it's not related to any bank, so it's completely off the grid hosting in the safest environment in the world. So if you are doing a wire transfer, filling out the form on the website, we can either host it and send you the NFT. So it's completely up to you. And I haven't heard anybody offering such a service, and it's completely safe and off the grid, and probably much safer than a bank, in my opinion, because as I just opened the news this morning, Silicon Valley Bank, they stopped trading the share, went down 68% in pre-market, probably going bankrupt. All VCs told companies to move money out yesterday, as an example.
And, you know, in the US, they can take your deposit box. So people think it's safe, but it's not. That's all about Jesper. He really goes deep and safe to make sure that the wealth is preserved in the Swiss tradition. And also what I like is we have some very serious blockchain people that are going to invest with us, and they understand all the language Jesper said. And we have a lot of people like me who knew almost nothing about Bitcoin, blockchain, NFT, and can still participate through the great technology in investing in real estate at an affordable price. And our goal is to create a lot of wealth for a lot of people. Fund 1 is a U.S. fund, about $20 million, investing in U.S. real estate that we buy below market, out value added, a lot of residential property, some multifamily, possibly some hotel Airbnb, always good deals. And we got the Realprop teams in place. We do very strict analysis, which will show you like triple filter before we get in any deal, just like we're buying it for ourselves or for my mom. We treat you the exact same. And then we'll have about a $30 million fund international. A lot of people don't know, Jesper, that we've been investing the Realprop team internationally for a long, long time in many different countries, and diversified and having great results. So we want to share that with everybody at a real affordable entry price. And, the whole reason is to help people, educate them, and also make some really good returns that aren't available in normal markets.
Good. Robert, if you look at the real estate market in Switzerland, the last 20 years compared to the stock exchange, the result, the real estate market in Switzerland outcompete the stock market by 78% over the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Just talk about.
And most of those are buying on-market deals, just regular deals, not kind of the off-market stuff we get. And Jesper, I saw a very interesting article in the Wall Street Journal that 70 to 80% of the wealth that the wealthiest people in the world created, their names: Tesla, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and a lot of them made their money, like you're an expert in technology. And guess where they put 70 to 80% of their money?
Real estate.
Real estate. And I think thanks to you and all your technology background and experience and team to put the new technology together with traditional value-added discount, motivated seller real estate deals. It's kind of unique. It's a great opportunity. I'm excited about it. I've never really been this excited in a long time when I kind of first started investing, because it's new, safe, and we're going to help a lot of people. And we're just starting on Fund 1 and Fund 2, have a great success with those, and then continue on.
All right, well, and our goal is really just to democratize the preservation of wealth and growth, right? And if you take the typical BlackRock, KKR, the traditional big private equity funds in the US, they have iShares, I think they're called. They're performing really poorly because they're big funds who just need an average return because they have so much money under management, and it's not a specialty for them. And this is where we come in. Our goal is to have the highest return, obviously, for you, but also the success of Fund 1 is also the success of building the next generation of funds, and distribution of cash flows is done in the blockchain. So we automatically, whatever wallet you're holding it in, you receive your dividends in stablecoin, and you can take them out, use them in any way you want. And it makes it easy. You don't need to do anything. They just, once there are property placed in the fund, which we already have a significant list we want to invest today, the moment the cash flow start floating, we're going to pay you out quarterly. And this is where you create passive income. So you have an investment growing in value, but you're also making cash flows. And this is exactly the type of asset that most people cannot get into. And this is the big difference.
Right. And the cost to get into it would be, 50s or hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions to get the real estate themselves with all the transaction costs. Or they can go to some seminars like we've done for between, $8,000 and $30,000 and learn how to do it and spend a year practicing it. And what I'm excited about is it's going to really give everybody the opportunity, that key to get in for just right under $1,000 to get started. And we're starting to go out and talk about it a bit, and the interest has been unbelievable. We're going to be getting some national press here real soon. So if you're watching this on the early stages, you probably got a great opportunity. So please educate yourself about it. We're going to educate you along the way, what we're doing. And of course, if you have any questions, we're here for you. And the fund is open. And we're about to start buying great deals. And by the way, right now with the markets, there's better deals than usual right now with what's going on.
Perfect timing.
Yep.
And I want to just remind you, an NFT, just think about it as owning a share. That's a simple. I know they've been famous for images of monkeys and other things you've seen on talk shows, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Those are intrinsic value, right? I mean, not even intrinsic value. They are more hype. Here we're talking about real assets, producing real income. It's a modern way of setting up investment fund. And we're the first in the market to do that, enabling people from all over the world to get into US real estate. And that's what keeps me awake every morning, wakes me up happy, because I can help other people to preserve wealth and become wealthy. And that makes me smile every day, because if I can help other people become wealthy, I've done an amazing job, and that keeps me going.
And we're going to educate them too, Jesper. So what I love about it, Realprop, real property, real assets, real estate. It's backed with real estate. It's real. It's not a picture. It's not a blip on a screen. And, you know, Jesper, I've never seen land or a house or a building go to zero. You know, that usually goes up, as everybody knows. It's a real asset.
I mean, if it's terrible market, it might go down 5 to 10%. But if you look over the course of 10 years, they usually double or triple over time.
And
while you're making cash flows.
I tell people, I always wish they would have gotten into real estate 20 years ago. Think about it, bought any pretty much property in your town and your country, or 10 years ago, whether it's a house, an apartment building, a great hotel, or a great Airbnb rental opportunity. And we're getting them below market in today's market, and we're in it for the long term. So we're looking for some serious people. We're going to make some serious returns and create a community, not just an NFT, not just real estate, but we're looking for a really nice community that we're going to help each other, educate each other, and grow wealth together and preserve it, which is most important. So it's a real merger of this new great technology, the safety and seriousness of the Realprop team, the Swiss part that you bring to the table, and you're going to have an army of Realprop people, including me, that'll be making sure we get great deals and managing them and filtering them out and working hard every day to make sure it all works. And we've got all kinds of systems and teams in place to do that, which I've made every mistake in real estate 20, 25 years ago. So we don't have to make them anymore and move forward in a very positive way and make it fair for the average person to get deals.
Robert, I think you forgot one of the other important aspects. So once you become a member and you own an NFT and you get into our community, you get a monthly coaching call with both of us. That is a big thing too.
Oh yeah.
You get to learn from you monthly the progress, how we're buying and selling. We're teaching them everything we know.
So you're going to learn a lot about real estate and how to do it. And you're going to learn a lot about this new technology from Jesper and how it's working out there. So very shortly, you'll become quite an expert in those areas. And also, we always give more bonuses as a part of the community. You know, if a new idea comes up or something we're doing, we'll give you an extra video. And as we go around the world and a lot of these big real estate investing conferences, we'll probably get you an invitation. That's one of the real beauties, that NFT, that electronic ticket that's yours that nobody can take, that nobody can
share.
That's right. So we're going to try to invite you to some really amazing stuff soon and get to meet you in person, besides electronically, besides the education, and besides the great opportunity to invest in real estate in the U.S., internet, and internationally with a proven team, proven track record that's working hard every day to make sure that the portfolio behind that NFT is bought correctly and grows substantially.
And once you own it, you can authorize and log in with your NFT to the back end on our website, and you'll be able to see in the fund which properties are there. You're going to be able to see public cash flows. You're going to be able to see everything get audited, so everything is audited. You'll be able to see in real time what's going on, and you'll be able to see your payouts. You'll be able to see the current portfolio value, which then again say, okay, you bought in 997. If its entire portfolio divided by the number of shares, now it's 1,283. You know that you raised from 997 to 1,283 per share as a share price. And if you bought a share in Tesla that went up like that, you'll be pretty happy. And you'll be able to see it the same way. So we're going to be very transparent, and you're going to be able to have full transparency there. And again, it's all about trust. It's all about execution and the network. So without further ado, head over to realprop.io and get on board today and buy your NFT. I think. What do you want to add, Robert, here in the end of this webinar?
Jesper, thanks for you and your team for making the technology part and the safety part. And what I love about what he does and what I do is the main thing we do is make sure you, the investor, the client, understands what's going on. We'll go to the website, get one, and it's safe. And you know what's happening in 100% transparency. So we're looking forward to growing together, wealth creation and wealth preservation for everybody. So welcome to the community. Thank you, Jesper, for you and all your team that you've been doing, and wishing you a lot of success. Thanks for being here. And we're going to see you soon and teach you a whole lot more through our website, through our community. So we're looking forward to a long-term, very fun, very profitable relationship. That's what it's all about. Helping people, taking care of people with real portfolio, real property, real profit.
So I'm going to check out of here in Crypto Valley in Switzerland, and thank you for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed listening to Robert. He's an amazing real estate investor. He taught me a lot during building the community backend that you're going to get access to. I had to go through every video because once I saw the first one, I got sucked in. He has a lot to teach me, a lot to teach you. Trust me. I thought I knew a lot, but once I met Robert there, it's a lot to learn. And this is about educating yourself. So it's a journey to educate yourself on your financial freedom as well.
Yep. Thank you, Jesper. We'll see everybody soon. Stay well, stay happy, stay healthy. Happy investing.
Cheers.